Hi, friends. How are you doing today? It's nice to see you again. Welcome back. I have been thinking about all of you and my journey to simplifying things. I've been really trying to simplify this whole eating healthy, being healthy, so that I can continue and sustain. And I haven't been rebounding or doing any kind of exercise because I just was dealing with so much insomnia. But the insomnia has been getting better and I've been getting a lot more rest. And so I feel up to starting exercise again. But in the meantime, while I'm still not sleeping the best, I decided that I was going to keep it really simple, not get so crazy into exercising or making a schedule. I try to make something that's really simple. My simple routine right now is to just be able to rebound for 10 minutes, the healthy bounce, not even jumping, just the healthy bounce where your feet doesn't leave the rebounder or the mini trampoline, if you're not familiar with that. All it does is it's helping my lymphatic system to work better. It's massaging it and it's helping it release things. So I've started to do it the last, I would say, 3 days or so. I think it's about 3 or 4 days. Today is maybe the fourth day. And I can already tell in my face that it's not as swollen. Like my face isn't as swollen. And I'm hoping to continue to do this because I think you only need about 2 minutes to massage your lymphatic system. But I think medical medium says the goal is to rebound for 20 minutes doing the healthy bounce. But 10 minutes is what I'm doing right now. And I'm just going to commit to that, not make it a big deal, just make it really fun and simple. And it's like, oh, it's only 10 minutes. If you are starting out, though, I'm going to tell you right now, rebounding can really push out a lot of things. So you may only be able to do it for 2 minutes. That's how I started off. I could only do rebounding for about 2 minutes when I first had a rebounder. This is back in like maybe the second or third year of doing medical medium. And I could only do that much. I would have so much fatigue the next 3 days or so. And a lot was coming out. So be mindful of yourself, check how you're feeling, do a check-in, and don't have to push yourself. A little bit can actually do a lot. So if you can only do 5 minutes, you can only do 2 minutes, maybe it's a minute. Strive to do a little bit every day until you can do more. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do 10 minutes a day. And I think I wanted to try not necessarily do 20 minutes in a row, but maybe I would do like 10 minutes in the morning and 10 minutes in the evening. And I wanted to see how that would help my body. I'm just so curious. But at the moment, it's just 10 minutes. I'll keep you posted how this goes. But on this whole journey of being simple, I'm trying to simplify things because it's a lot of information. And being on this medical medium journey, it's a lot of work. To do the cleanses is a lot of work, and it's not possible for all people to do it. Maybe because of the labor. It could be due to a lot of things. I was on the medical medium Reddit. I don't know if you ever looked on there, but if you want to see stories and see what people are doing, it's a great place that I have found a lot of people's experiences. And of course, you have to use your own discernment to see through which ones are real stories. And there's also some other kind of comments in there. So use your own discernment. But for the most part, it's a great place that I have found all kinds of stories and all kinds of experiences. I enjoy reading them because sometimes they help me. And this is why I choose to share my experiences, because that's how I get ideas or see different perspectives on how to do something. That's what this whole thing is about. Is we're all here just trying to figure out how to do this. I was reading it today, and I came across a story of somebody. I don't remember the user. This person was very frustrated with the labor of doing all these kinds of cleanses and was struggling a lot with symptoms, and it was making it very difficult for this person to go to the grocery store, to make food, to do the celery juice, to prep it. And I totally understand. With me dealing with my wrists being sore and insomnia and dealing with fatigue in the past, I can tell you it is quite difficult to do all of those things. It's not easy. I kind of just wanted to share a simple way, I think, that many people may not know of or may not have thought about it. But to anybody out there who is struggling with symptoms, like just comprehending all the information and trying to figure out a schedule and how to do it all for yourself, I kind of just wanted to help out and just give you this little suggestion that I think can sometimes help if you need a simple schedule. And go look into the medical medium's book, the Cleanse to Heal book. Go check out that book. And in that book, there is a section called Mono Eating Cleanse. It's a section for, I believe it's for if you're very highly reactive to all the foods and you're very sensitive to things and detoxing is quite difficult for you. Maybe you're having stomach issues and digestive issues, and you need something that's a little more gentle on your stomach. But in addition to it being very gentle, I have found that the mono cleanse is something that you could use if you are trying to get rid of decision fatigue, which is where you're trying to figure out what to do, trying to remember, gotta make this smoothie, gotta make this drink, gotta take my supplements, gotta do this and that. And it's just overwhelming. And I was looking at it, and one of the mono cleanse that you can do now, mind you, please read the mono cleanse, eating cleanse chapter before even doing it. There's all these little tips to make it safe for you, to navigate through it correctly, and to give you proper guidance on how to do this mono cleanse versus just winging it and then making mistakes that could possibly cause you more stress or uncomfortable or whatever it could be. So I'm not giving any medical advice. I'm just saying that if you are struggling, that maybe you would want to look at this mono eating cleanse to help simplify if you are already on the medical medium protocols and you're looking for a simple thing to do, and because you just need to get rid of that decision fatigue and you don't have time to go grocery shopping and all that kind of stuff. So just to give you a little summary, the mono cleanse is not just for every food. There are specific foods that he lists, and the specific foods were bananas, papaya, steamed potatoes, steamed peas, and then there's this other one after that. And I'll tell you about that other one after. So you would do just the one item. You don't mix those two together. You would just do that one, either banana, just at that time, and you only eat bananas, and you do your celery juice, and you continue with your lemon water, and you can add lettuce to whatever your choice of mono cleanse food is. But my suggestion is if you are struggling with going to the grocery store and just decision fatigue and you just need a little help, like it's just overwhelming, too much labor, I would probably, if it was for myself, I would choose to do the steamed potatoes because potatoes, one, last quite long and you can hold it longer. Whereas bananas, if you're doing that or you're doing papayas, you have to wait for it to ripen. You have to make sure that you might have to go several times to the grocery store to make sure that they're not overripe. Same with papayas. So that one those two take a little bit more time to manage. So it's a little more labor involved, I would say, rather than the potatoes. And you just eat steamed potatoes, not boiled, not roasted, not baked. They're just steamed potatoes, and you can put some lemon juice on top. You can have it with some lettuce, and that is it. No other seasonings, no other salt, no other ingredients, just those things. And he does talk about it in that chapter. He does mention to make sure that the potatoes are not green on the outside on the skin, nor is it have any roots. So those are the two stipulations. Also, he suggests to do steamed regular white potatoes, or the variety of potatoes, not sweet potatoes, for they have a different fiber content. And he just said for the sake of this mono cleanse, it was better to do steamed potatoes, not sweet potatoes. The other one that I was thinking that could be quite good for somebody who's struggling as well is the steamed peas, because you can get frozen bags of peas, and so it's easier to store in your freezer, and you can buy a whole bunch, and then the shelf life is a lot better, so you don't have to go back so often to the grocery store if that's something that takes a lot of your energy. Same thing, you can mix it with some lettuce. You're going to start off your morning with your lemon water, your celery juice, and then you can continue to eat these. And he says you can eat 3 big meals, or you can do 5 smaller ones, but it's just those items, and that is it. And he says you can do it for a week minimum to start off, just to see how your body reacts and to get some results. But then after that, you can do it if you want for a month or so, he says. So it's something that I think if you're struggling and you need a really simple plan and you don't have any energy, this is for my low energy or no energy people that are struggling and want to heal, but just can't get out of bed, can't make food, are in too much pain, don't have the energy to go out there and go grocery shopping and pick up all these things. This is for you. I think that this is something that is more doable in the meantime. And then you're working your way to get to a place where you can do the heavy metal detox smoothie. You can do one of the 369 cleanses. And that's where you would like to go. But sometimes I have seen many people have so many benefits from doing the mono cleanse, and it was a lot better for their body. It was helpful. It was just something a lot easier. And if it's something that you need a little bit more variety in food, there is another cleanse that he categorized it under the mono cleanse, but it's actually 2 foods. Let me see. I have the book right in front of me. This one was the steamed winter squash, and he preferably said butternut squash, but if that's not available, then feel free to use either the delicatas or the acorns or the kabocha squashes. They work as well too. And you basically eat that in the morning, mid-morning, and up until your dinner time. And then for dinner, though, you will switch it out, and you can have either steamed green beans, steamed Brussels sprouts, or asparagus. That would be the 2 that you eat in the day. And the same thing, you would follow like the mono cleanse. You would have your celery juice, your lemon water, and you would then eat these, and you can have them with lettuce, and you can have a little bit of lettuce. You can wrap it around the food and make it like a taco, he said, or you can have a whole big bowl of lettuce. That's up to you. There's no restrictions on how much lettuce you can have with it. But that was something that I thought that you would be helpful to those who are stuck with low energy and no energy days. I think there's this idea that we have to make it really fancy, but sometimes when we are super sick, we need that simplicity and we need that time to rest it's not easy if you have to cook for yourself and do all of this, especially if you're suffering. It really isn't. And not everybody has help. Not everybody has somebody that can make it for them. Not everybody has someone who can go and cook for them or clean up after them or go grocery shopping for them. Or maybe you don't even have enough money, and these are going to help you to maybe kind of keep it under budget and make it more affordable for you so that you can help yourself heal. So, if you're seeing this message, I hope that it can help bring some peace to you, because I do know that doing this medical medium lifestyle does take a lot of work, does take a lot of energy. And I know that a lot of you out there don't have it. I know. But I want you to just see that there's another way. There's another possibility to still reap the benefits of healing and still be able to heal. And you can do it on these lower energy kind of choices. I know that not everybody can do the 369 cleanse, even though it's so beneficial, and I know you want to do it, but maybe you're just not in a position to do it. And it's okay. There's this cleanse, the mono cleanse, which is really powerful cleanse, to be honest with you. You can do it. It can simplify it for you, maybe save you some energy, and make this all possible so that you can get to that next level and do the next cleanse. I hope this helps whoever needs to hear this and is in need of some, I don't know, hope at this moment. Maybe you're struggling so much that you just are like, I can't do all these things, so I have to eat whatever I can eat. I get it. I've been in those spaces and I understand, but this is just another option so that you don't have to give in to eating things you don't necessarily want to eat because you know it's not going to help you. This is your way of doing it when you don't have any energy. I really hope that this message reaches those who need to hear it. I know you can heal. I know you can do this. I know. And I got you and I see you. I just want you to know I'm thinking about you. My heart always goes to those who are suffering with chronic symptoms or illnesses, because I know it's not easy. It's not. It really is not. And I wish I could cook for everybody, but I can't. So this is the best way I can do it. It's just share what I would do or my findings, and maybe it would give you support that way or get you inspired or make you feel a little bit better, I hope. But it's so good to talk to you guys again. I'm glad you're still here and you got this. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!